You have 4 retail fraud charges pending, and you and I have discussed these, and we were close to resolving them until you realize if you pled not guilty, I'd have to let you out of jail. So you pled not guilty, and after 28 days, I let you out of jail. And then shortly after that, you got rearrested, and now you've been in jail for 22 days. These retail frauds, there's 5 of them. So of those 5 of those, the prosecutor has offered that if you plead to 1 retail fraud second degree, they would dismiss all of the other cases. So the plea offer, Ms. Conway, is you plead to 1 count of attempting to resist or obstruct a police officer, which is a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail, a fine of up to $1,000, and 1 retail fraud, which will dismiss 2 other retail fraud second degrees. Are you willing to plead to those 2 misdemeanor offenses?
Not today. That's all I got. Crowbars. You guys arrested Cynthia lady, 2 hours arrested her. I got beat with a crowbar during that ticket case.
All right. Well, then there's another one. There's 2 more.
About 3 of us, right? That's the 3 of us. And you guys arrested somebody on a possible abduction case. That was me. I was one walking around crutches.
Let's try another one. 842.
Can't do it. I remember getting beat with the crowbar and all that. And I was in the hospital a few times, and I got crowbar report.
All right. This one was alleged to be March 18th at the Walmart store.
Crowbar.
Please listen to the judge.
In this one, on the video, you went out to general merchandise stores and you stole $264.88 of property. And they identified you from all the other thefts. And I think you went to Oakland County. Are you willing to plead to that one on March 18th?
No.
All right.
Yeah, he keeps me I'll get time served, but I mean, I'm not willing to be not let out of jail today and all that stuff. I'm not willing to transfer to nowhere. I got no warrants right now.
Right.
Trying to keep it at that because if I were to be transferred today, it'd be very unfortunate because there's a couple of people that are supposed to have warrants for the arrest today, and they still have been arrested. A couple of people have been following me to rooms, breaking into my motel room.
All right.
That's the main reason why I ended up back at my grandma's Bingaman. So this lawyer just said some rude stuff about my cat from my Bingaman, my grandma.
All right. Stop for a minute.
So I keep asking, hey, PR bond, PR bond.
I let you out on a PR bond, and
right
5 days.
The judge lays out something most people never see. The prosecution isn't asking for convictions on every charge. They're offering a plea bargain. That's a common legal strategy. Admit guilt to 1 offense, and several others disappear. But whether the defendant can make a rational decision about that offer soon becomes the biggest question in
on a PR bond, and 5 days later, you got arrested all over again.
Yeah, I had to call my family member, Jason, to Sturgis, or Sheriff's County. But by the time I ended up going back to Constantine, Carlisle, which I was supposed to be there anyway, had called 911 for no reason.
All right.
And I got strapped to the ground. All I got asked to do was leave and come back, and I couldn't because I had people break into my rooms and they're already supposed to be in jail right now.
All right, just stop for a minute. Mr. Marvin, I told you I was writing a comprehensive letter to community mental health regarding the cases that I see in custody that could greatly benefit from mental health services. Ms. Conway is one of them. Your lawyer's trying to get you out of jail. I don't know where you're going to go. You got caught stealing 5 times in about a month. You were going to enter a plea to one of those charges on a plea agreement until you learned that if you pled not guilty, I'd have to let you out of jail on a 28-day rule. I'd give you a PR bond. So I let you out of jail, and those cases were not resolved. Once again, Mr. Marvin agreed to dismiss all the cases if you pled to 1. They have you on video 5 times stealing stuff from the Walmart store. And then you have this new resisting and obstructing charge. The offer is to take a plea on the retail fraud charges give you 28 days in jail, credit 28 days, and plea on the misdemeanor resisting and obstructing charge and get 22 days, credit 22 days, and let you out of jail. But I don't care if you stay in jail because A, you're not willing to admit that you keep stealing all this property, and B, I haven't worked out a plan on what to do with you when you get out of jail. You need some serious mental health treatment. And I was composing a letter to Community Mental Health this morning regarding you and about 8 other people at the jail that could greatly benefit from some services. So this is Mr. Marvin's plea offer. Reduce the felony fourth offense habitual to a misdemeanor and let you out of jail. And dispose of at least 3 retail frauds and let you out of jail. But you have to admit that you did something wrong. So I mentioned this the last time I saw you. I've watched you disintegrate before my eyes. When you first came back to Constantine and you had a case down there, I've watched you dissipate, get sicker or worse. I don't know if it's methamphetamine or fentanyl or both or mental illness, but I'm watching you go downhill and it's not very pleasant to watch. So your lawyer, Mr. Truckee, tried to convince Mr. Marvin to let you get out of jail today. I don't have a plan. I guess I just lay out. I was working on a plan because you need one. So here's the deal. He will dismiss the habitual offender felony charge, punishable by up to 15 years in prison, if you plead to 1 misdemeanor count of resisting obstructing. He will dismiss 2 other retail frauds that he has the authority to dismiss from Meijer or Walmart if you plead to 1. So if you'd like to do that, we can do it now. If you don't wish to do that, we can set these things for further hearing or a trial if we need to.
So, what are you trying to say?
So, boy, I don't know if I can make it any clearer. I'm not sure you're competent.
I'm not sure I like the cases behind my head because the Terry Kelly family and the Siding Waters and Scott Bell that have been arrested are behind here on the outside of here. Because what they're trying to do is release of their bond of they put on me. But really, one of them raped me in June. So, and they're still not arrested. And they're looking for Siding Waters because he cut my bill cord out in September in a motel room out here. Why do you think I'm back in here?
Well, I think you're in here
I
because
think it's a legal attack that you guys are going to try and judge me behind their racist criticism. Because they were the ones who were tasing me outside the fucking motel rooms. I had to call my cousin Jason, my last cousin Jason Bingaman.
Judge, I know nobody wants to be the one to raise competency of my client, but I don't think she can assist in her defense in this case at this point, based on what her statements.
I'm trying to tell you, I would rather prefer work on the first case that we're here for, because my other ones are supposed to be tried out until the 10th, right? What's today's date?
Yeah, they're set for a final pretrial. Well, we can do that.
10th. Yeah, like today, what could I plead to right now?
Attempting to resist or obstruct a police
So
officer.
can I leave today if we plead to?
No, I'm going to leave you in jail if we resolve all the cases, but I'm not going to make you promises to try to get you to plead. I couldn't have explained it any more clearly than I did. All you're focused on is getting out of jail. I'm focused
because your
on.
officers are in here in August tasing me while I'm laying there resting while
All
I'm
right,
pregnant.
well, they're not my officers. They're officers here for the county. They're in the executive branch. I'm in the judicial
All right, so I'm going to
branch.
plead guilty to whatever you're saying to. And you're going to take my plea deal, but I'm not going to say anything further right now because I'm not going to be disrespectful. But remember this, do not threaten a bigamist and talk shit about a bigamist attorney. Don't talk about my Catherine Ray Bingaman like that again. And I mean it.
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yeah,
Liz?
when you were just out here, you said my grandma Bingaman's very rude. You don't even know her. How dare you?
Your Honor, I know that one of the ways to raise competency is by motion, and it's preferred, but at any time, I know I don't have the rule at my fingertips, but at any time during a proceeding, the court or any attorney for that matter can raise the issue.
Do you agree with Mr. Truckee?
Yeah, and he already did, but I don't have a problem with that. I don't want her to feel compelled to do something.
All right.
And I don't like to raise this issue in these
Well, I'm
cases.
tempted to raise it myself. Miss Conway, we're going to have you evaluated for competency to see if you're competent to proceed and assist in your proceedings, whether you're able to
I wouldn't plead
understand.
guilty just to get out of here, but I'm gonna.
Everybody would. Somebody,
That's supposed to be. Most of the people you guys have housed in the jail, just because me and my big family members put in there. That's why you have people in here, because they are ready for murder charges. I'm the baby that's cut out of my stomach. Or they attempt to murder me and hire gunsmiths to murder me. Or my big family members. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So I'm going to plead guilty because I'm taking care of it, because I'm on epileptic and medical medications, not psychiatry medications. So please don't talk to me like that. And when they disguise my paperwork at the hospital, it's because I was assaulted sexually or physically, and I don't want my assailants to attack me, which is all the people that Shedder's Home Memorial should be in here, and all the people have been put in lives in here. So I'm taking plea deal right now, and I'm going to make sure you guys take that plea deal, and I'm going to plead guilty to everything, but make sure, I hope you know when you go home and sleep at night, how dare you guys. And I'm pleading guilty. Please
All right.
take my plea deal.
I'm not taking your plea deal. You're going to be evaluated for competency. So please take Ms. Conway back. I'm going to have you examined for competency by the Center for Forensic Psychiatry. See if you're restorable or able to be competent. But I'm not comfortable taking the plea because I don't believe you're competent.
You mean you don't believe I'm guilty is what you should say to me,
No,
sir.
I believe there's a highly likelihood that you're guilty, at least of some of this
No,
stuff.
I'm not actually. You're very
All right,
rude.
well,
You should lose your job.
the affidavits show you're on video
You
and
should lose
every
your
one
job.
of these.
What you should do, Middleton. How
All
dare
right,
you?
bonds
Remember when you
remain the
called my
same.
plea last time? You were wrong. I put you up.
Subscribe for more real courtroom moments.